Hey everyone, Todd here with InternalArchitect.com, and in this video I want to talk about de-stressing. Now, de-stressing is a little bit of a broad topic because in our world and our society today we're really busy trying to make ends meet, take care of family, do the responsibility thing to help take care of us, right? And unfortunately, a lot of it revolves around money and work and things that we have to do. Now, it's really important to understand where your stresses come from. For me, my biggest stresses are my job, where I work, especially in the wintertime when I'm really being torn in a lot of different directions. And it took a little bit of time to really figure out where those where those triggers were at for me, right? I During the winter, some of you don't know, but I'm also the director of a nonprofit organization called Strap In for Life, and I'm also the co-founder there. And we help give cancer patients a an experience on mountains, or on in the mountain environment, and with that comes all the responsibilities. And it's primarily more of a winter type of activity. So that's where part of my passion is working with this this organization, or working on this organization to really do some stuff and do some good things for cancer patients. Um, and that's where it gets really frustrating for me because as a survivor, I ended up going through a lot of financial difficulties, and I really hit. I used everything I had, from savings, all my retirement, everything to be able to make it to this point now. I did not go into bankruptcy. That was kind of the last thing I wanted to do, but everything took a hit. My credit, um, I used up all my retirement, all my savings, everything that I had really worked for up until I was diagnosed. I used to help get me through everything, and that created a new stress that I don't think a lot of people are really ready for, especially people that may not have a huge or a any sort of financial backing when it comes to family or um, anything else. So with that, the stresses that come along with that were pretty immense. And um, once I was able to get back to work, it was a slow process. Having been a business owner, an entrepreneur in the past, I chose to kind of involved with some companies as an employee, just to kind of work and get back on my feet, which is something that I had to do. With that brought stress, different stresses that aren't normally able you can just kind of deal with. It's more financial stress, which causes a huge it's really hard to find peace in your life when you are really worried about keeping a roof over your family's head and having some gas money to get to your work, and paying for insurance. This is just the responsibility side of life. And over time, I knew it was going to take some time and take some work to allow the skills that I have learned in my 20s and 30s to start working for me. And now things are actually in a pretty good spot where I can take care of my family. It's still a little bit questionable at times, but that's part of the stress. And for someone that is kind of going through that, it's really important to find kind of an outlet, a way to work on battling that mental stress that you go through. And finding, I like kind of say it's battling stress with stress. Doing something physical, like physical activity, physical exercise is another form of stress that helps release endorphins into your body that help conquer and help relieve the mental stress that's going on. And it's a great way to battle that. For me, I got really involved in the last couple of years in mountain biking, and it has been an absolutely godsend for me to get out and go ride. I've lost a lot of weight, which has helped my body, help the stress in my body go way down. It's added a lot more happiness in my life, and it's helped with my family and the stress with my life, and all around it is added an element of just relief to myself, to my family, to where I don't really feel so stressed about the little things like money and work and everything else that goes on in life that really causes stress. So I think that's a really important thing for you to start figuring out, if you haven't already, to help yourself battle the stresses of the daily responsibilities that you have. Is find an activity that is really enjoyable for you. Now, I don't know what that is, for me it's mountain biking right now. It was, I'm a huge snowboarding addict also, and this past winter I got really involved in splitboarding, and that is a great exercise, a great way to get outdoors and be in an environment that is just truly peaceful. And that kind of goes a long way in the everyday challenge of fighting stress, and to work on de-stressing yourself through the night or through the day, so, and night and everything else in between. So take some time to work on yourself, to start giving yourself a little bit of an extra escape from everything that goes on, whether that is with family. And it's going to take a little time. It's going to take some effort also to really give yourself that opportunity to start feeling the effects of what a physical activity can really do to helping battle your stress and your stressful situations that you're in your life. So that's one last thing that I'm thinking about also is, I think stress, it really affects you in a lot of different ways, not only in just your day-to-day, and affects your families and whatever, but it also really affects your health too. And I think it is a huge cause for the disease or dis-ease that we all went through, and we have now beat because of what our lives were like before cancer. I truly believe that the stress I was going through really added to my progression of my Hodgkin's, and now it really has, in hindsight, I've been able to really see what that really did, and how I think it was not a cause, but it sure didn't help anything with that. So just thinking that off the top of my head there. But nonetheless, take some time to start working on your stress, and start working on battling the daily stresses that you're going on in your life, and you'll slowly inch closer and closer and closer to finding peace in your life. And that's what it's all about. If you like what you hear in this video, hit me in the comments below or click subscribe, and thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Got some great ones coming up. So, all right. Thanks, guys.